Hello everyone, welcome to the Uplift Just Because the Bottom is Overcrowded. My name is Daisy with a Z and I make YouTube content on academics, environment and lifestyle. So today's video is an academic video and today I'm talking about exam anxiety, ways to manage exam anxiety, and also give a few reasons why students fail even the easiest exams. So this is based on personal experiences as well as based on my observation on the students that I have interacted with in the past 3 to 4 years. So, what is exam anxiety? So, exam anxiety could best be understood as a moment of intense fear or panic before or during an exam. Have you ever approached an exam and your heart is racing, your palms are sweating, you feel like you're about to drop dead simply because of an exam? You have no idea of that in itself is exam anxiety. So exam anxiety is a combination of various aspects, physiological aspects, issues to do with worry, issues to do with tension, fear, all those things put together at one particular time. Now, what causes exam anxiety? So I wrote down some points so that I don't forget what's important. The first thing that causes exam anxiety is lack of enough preparation time. So because you have not taken enough time to prepare for your exam or for your test or your assessment, you begin to panic when the test is actually brought to you or time is getting closer. The other reason is just the fear of failure. So some students, even after studying hard, after putting a lot of effort in studying a certain topic or a certain course, you find that because of just the fear of failure, they suffer exam anxiety. So that is in itself a serious reason why people will suffer all those tensions before and during the exam. The other third and last cause or reason why people suffer from exam anxiety is just bad past experiences. So let's say, for example, one student studied for a certain exam and then they didn't perform as they expected. So it builds in them that negative perspective when it comes to approaching an exam. Okay, so past experiences, bad past experiences could be the reason why you would suffer exam anxiety. So what are some of the reasons why many students fail even the easiest exams? Number one, many students would rather study longer instead of studying smarter. So instead of studying for maybe 20, 30 minutes sessions, they want to study 10 hours straight, no blinking, no yawning. That is toxic. That means that you are already disturbing the whole process of you understanding what you are actually doing. So instead of studying 10 hours straight, ensure that you separate your study sessions into 10 to 20 minutes study sessions. That way your brain will have enough time to actually grasp whatever you are depositing in it. The other reason why students fail even the easiest exam is because of random study sessions. So random study session is where anytime you feel like getting a book, you get a book, whatever, but then the brain does not operate like that. You need to ensure that your brain is actually programmed to receive information that it has to store. So ensure that you have a designated time, a time frame, or a period of time, a specific time of the day where you actually do the studying. That is very important. The other reason is many students lack specific study goals. So a study goal is what you want to achieve at the end of your study session. So ensure that you set these goals prior to your study activity. So ensure you know what you want to achieve at that particular period, whether it is for a certain topic, a certain course, a certain whatever you're studying. Ensure that you have a specific goal that you want to achieve. What concepts do you want to go away with? That is very important. The other thing is that, oh, and by the way, remember, if you can't explain it simply, it means you have not understood it enough. Okay, always remember that. The other thing we can do is that you need to practice what you have studied. If it needs you to write down on a paper, ensure that you write down, because that means you're going to be able to actually know where the gaps are. Some students will say, no, I don't like writing. That's really up to you. But then it has been proven that those that actually jot down what they have studied actually perform better in exams. So ensure that you try to practice that. That is very, very important. That means you're giving yourself questions or testing yourself after you have already studied. That's very important. The other thing, final thing you can do is avoid having your phone close to you. The notifications, Facebook notifications, WhatsApp notifications, calls, all those disturbances, they derail you from the purpose you are seated on that study spot. So ensure that you put your phone away. Now, what can we do to manage exam anxiety? Here are some of the tips we can actually take on for us to deal with exam anxiety. So this is before and during the exam. So during the exam period or before the exam period, number one, eat well. On the day of the exam or prior to the exam, ensure that you have a good meal, a good and balanced meal. So here we're talking about avoiding too much junk, avoiding too much sugar. Okay, so a good diet is a good start. So eat well. Number two, get enough sleep. But one thing we need to know is that you cannot get enough sleep if you didn't prepare adequately prior to the exam. So enough sleep is only guaranteed if you know you studied well in advance, and then before the exam you have enough time to rest. So it's important for you to have enough sleep prior to exam. So for example, you know that your exam is in the next 5 hours. It's important that you have enough rest. Okay, that way your brain gets very refreshed, and then it's able to, you know, to drop the data that you need it to do, to drop during the exam. The other thing we can do is ensure that you need to arrive early on the day of the exam. So avoid running to the exam room. Let's say your exams are 9 hours, but then you want to run at 8:58. That's when you are rushing to the exam room. That in itself is already disturbing the whole process. So you are already bound to suffer exam anxiety, because by the time you are reaching on your table, you are panicking, your heart is beating fast, you are sweating. So at the end of the day, you find that it's going to actually affect your overall performance in that very exam. So ensure that you arrive early, ensure you arrive in time and not on time. So arriving on time is the actual time you're supposed to be in the exam room. But so if you arrive in time, it means you're going to arrive way before the time you're supposed to actually arrive. So arriving in time is actually the best thing to do during your exam period or on the day of the exam. Thank you so much for taking time off to watch this video. I enjoyed making this video. Please subscribe if you haven't. To subscribe, tell your friends, to tell their friends to come and subscribe, like, share, and comment down below. I'll see you in my next video, and I wish you the best as you study, as you take off that test, whatever it is. You got this and you can do this. So I'll see you next time.